Hello everyone, SatisfiedBeard here, and we're bringing you another Elder Scrolls Legends Asia Client video. First, let's roll that intro. Alright everyone, we're going to take another look at the training camp mode. However, this is going to be a more in-depth look at it, going through each mode and checking every single mode out. So we're just going to kind of jump right in it. However, if this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below, of course, and the bell so you get notifications of when we upload videos. And if you're liking this content, remember to hit that thumbs up, of course, or just go ahead and punch it straight in the mouth, whatever you totally feel like doing. And last but certainly not least, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. All right, so this is our first one right here. This is our first one that we get. It is teaching you about creature attack and defense. In this mode is going to help us learn to gain advantages by trading creatures, which is very nice. I don't know how much I can stress that. In board control is very, very important in this game. I really think it is. I think it's one of the, I think it's definitely up there. It's one of the top importance of this game. Controlling the board, and it's going to lead you to more victories. I have seen many people, I shouldn't say many people, but definitely a few people where they've attacked face when they should have attacked a creature instead to gain that advantage, as it's said. So here they have a 3/3 creature. If we hold down on it here, it pops it up to make it nice and big for us to be able to see. As another valuable tool that players should use when they don't know a card and stuff. Definitely use it. So they have a 3/3, we have a 3/4, and what we want to do is attack with our 3/4 creature. Now we have board control. They don't have any ways to do anything tricky to beat us. And now they put out a 5/3 creature and a 1/2 creature. So again, we're going to want to keep control of the board because as of right now, looking at it, they have lethal. So we don't want to attack their face. We want to attack their 5/3 creature. Rating just like this. Now we only leave them with a 1 attack power out there, and we put our lurcher out there, which would have died to that 5/3 creature if we hadn't done that. That's why we traded that way. We trade with the bigger threat, the more threatening card, to keep control of the board. And it even tells you like it can't destroy it. You know. So there they go. There's their play. And there's their own lurcher, which can't do anything. So now we're going to attack face and win the game. Again, I like that. I like it right out of the gate, teaching you about controlling the board. That is such a valuable tool for new players to learn sometimes. Sometimes it is beneficial to go face. Other times is beneficial to control the board, and I like it that they put an emphasis on controlling the board more so than just going face. So the next mode, and with each mode that you complete, you get 20 soul gems as well too. So that's 100 soul gems, which is nice even for veteran players. Definitely consider doing this. I would definitely do it. I mean, it takes you maybe 10 minutes to do this, to do each one as it walks you through. And at the end, in the chest, you get 100 gold as well too. So that's a pack for in-game. So that's 6 cards right there. So here we go. Here's another training mode, and this one is going to be teaching us about keywords. Keywords of creatures are displayed in bold. Hold a creature to check its ability and keywords. So here we go. And the easy way to tell one keyword, at least the only keyword that I know of that does, well, there's another one, but just right now, guard has this gold border around it. And if we click on it, again, it tells you it's a guard creature. So, and guard enemies must attack, the enemies must attack this. So they have to attack that first. And as you can see, we have a gold border around our hive defender because it is a guard creature. Here comes another guard creature. So now they have double guards, and you're like, oh man, until you pop deck a cliff racer. But first, we're going to attack the weaker card that our Hive Defender can handle, because our Hive Defender can't handle this. We want, again, we're making valuable trades. That is an emphasis, which I love. Now we're going to play our our Cliff Racer, which is a 4 attack creature, and it's able to kill the hero, the Chimera hero, and it's still alive on the board for us. So again, we're controlling the board. Even in the second one, we're learning about controlling the board. Oh man, such a lucky top deck. Hopefully we get an awesome top deck, which we do. It is a Tutorial Viper, also known as from veteran players as a noodle. Basically, it's a snake. It's a 1/1 charge lethal. Lethal tells you right here, will destroy any creature card that receives damage from it. It has to receive damage. That is the key word. Receive damage. If it doesn't receive damage, it doesn't die. Remember that, okay? So there we go. We're going to play it. Now we're going to attack our 4/7 creature. Now we're able to push face for the win. Because charge, remember, automatically happens. Your opponent can't stop charge creatures. There's no way for them to stop it. They're at the mercy of the charge. Watch their big creature that they just played die to a 1/1 creature with lethal, you know. There we go. Let's go into the next mode and let the keywords describe some common abilities of creatures. There are many other keywords in the game. You'll learn about them step by step. So it seems like we're going to get to learn about other keywords in the future, as I believe they're going to want to add more to this. They're just kind of testing this out, which I think from the very first iteration of this, they did a very well job of it, personally. And in this one, we're going to learn about abilities. Next, demonstrate more difficult skills. Don't be afraid of difficulties. The timing of using these skills is similar. Remember it and be flexible with them. In this one, we're going to learn about summon, last gas, play, and pilfer. And I'll kind of show you here on the bottom of the cards. These abilities have like certain icons, so you can kind of tell which ones are which. So you can see that and everything like that. On the keywords, you don't see it unless it's a guard. You know. There we go. Right back into it. So they have this Kavach soldier out here, a 2/3 creature, and this card, the little scythe on the axe or whatever I should say, the axe is your slay card. If we hold down on it, it tells you slay, and when you slay, you draw a card. Slay, for the effect to take place, is you have to kill that creature. It has to die. So we want to definitely attack this because it is a 4 attack creature attacking a 3 health creature, so we get to draw a creature, as you saw there. So we want to do that attack, and the little hand is the pilfer one, so it does something as well too. Pilfer, we gain 3 attack power and +0. Pilfer only happens when you attack your opponent's face. So remember that. I should have looked to see if that set it up there in the upper corner up there. I'm sorry about that. Now we want to do a certain ordering as well too. Ordering is important as well in this game. That's why we're having our kinsman or highlighted green for us, because it is a last gas and it deals 3 damage to your opponent, and you gain 3 health. And you may be wondering why they're telling us to do that first, because of this card, Necromastermind. When we summon him, it's a summon ability. You get to trigger last gas of each friendly creature. So now that we have a last gas creature out here, which looks like a scythe, we play down our mastermind. And the summon ability, usually summon abilities take effect right away. So that's why that happened right then and there. There's no way for your opponent to stop that ability right now. And now our opponent plays another tiger, a big 4/7 creature. Well, we got 2 ways until we top deck that Skooma Racketeer. It's another summon ability, but we get to give a creature lethal. Remember from the last one where we saw our Tutorial Viper with lethal. Now we want to put it on our kinsman here because we want to get some value out of this. Think about it. When we kill off the creature, the last gasp will go into effect because it triggers, basically. So we want to do that. So we'll trigger it. Here's last gasp. And it triggers. We did 3 damage and we got 3 health again. Now we attack face. There we go. And there it is. We got the win again with it. Again, just teaching you the importance about trading. Trading with the creatures and making smart trades. Which the smart trade was to get as much value out of that kinsman as we possibly could. I mean, we did 6 damage with it, technically. I mean, so we basically attacked with it 2 times going face, in a way, right? And it never really did go face. So, yep, there it is. All right, so the next mode is going to teach us about actions and supports. Actions are usually cards that don't have creatures. Some of them do. Some of them are just instant, like damage, or instant other things. Like, but this is going to teach us about that here. And we have up here, as you can see right here, next to your character portrait or your enemy character portrait, and even down by us, that is where your supports go. So again, we want to use our lightning bolt to take out this 4/4 creature because your lightning bolt does 4 damage. So we want to send it to that. Again, preserving our board.
Acknowledged.
Now we get to attack with everything. So we get to knock him down to 8 health. And we're sitting pretty. We're coming back. We're making a comeback. Again, it's controlling the board. Now they have this guy out here. You're like, well, there goes the board control because now they're going to kill us. Oh. However, we get a Divine Fervor, which again, it says ongoing. Some supports don't have ongoing. Some supports only have a certain number of uses. Some of them are infinite. They don't have an end. So, and Divine Fervor is one of those ends where it just buffs all your cards by +1/+1. So now we get to send our cards to this guard, and they live because now they're 2/2s and they don't die. So we'll want to pass. Another one. I'm so glad that our opponent can top deck 2 of those in a row to make our life frustrating. All right. Now we top decked a Vicious Draw. It has a summon ability on it, but it destroys an enemy support. Remember, these are your supports up here. So we definitely want to play this because if we don't, our cards are going to die. And we're going to lose that important board control. So now we hit with that. Now it's down to a 0/5. Now we get to hit again with these cards. And they're not dying because they don't. This card has no attack power. So now we get to send it face. Now they're within. Now we have a really good chance of winning it next turn because we have so much board control. However, your opponent draws an Iron Atronach. You can only hope for one thing, and you do. You get it. The Iron Atronach is a big guard. It has breakthrough, regenerate, guard, and you cannot target your action. Your opponent can't target the Iron Atronach with actions. Oh man. So that is why we got so lucky that we top decked a lightning bolt, and they're at 4 health, and we get to send it face, and we win because there's no way that we're destroying that card because it would just regenerate. Basically, it heals back up to 12 health every single time unless you can destroy it. So there's that. That's awesome to teach you again the importance of it, of going through that, going through your turns and going through what you're doing and stuff. And the last one that we got here is teaching about the magicka of cards. Like, so we know cards cost a certain magicka. However, some of them there's better uses of your magicka sometimes in this game and everything like that. Some people may think playing out the biggest card is the right move when in reality it's not, so let's go ahead and get into this one and do this. Be playing cards shown in our upper left hand corner. At the beginning of each turn, magicka is replenished, and max magicka is also increased by 1. Unlike battles in training camp, players can generally start their first turn with 1. You start basically with 1 magicka, and you go up from there. And then also too, and it even tells you the player going second generally receives the ring of magicka. It's called the ring. Tap it to gain 1 extra magicka this turn, because we want to play our village giant out, because when we play him, we get a guard, we get breakthrough, and we get to draw a card on the summon. So we want to use that. And now we'll play our village giant out, and we pull a Cloud Rest Illusionist, which is huge. This card is huge. It can help trick some trades and stuff like that, as it's called and stuff.
The waters of life.
So there you go. There's 3 minders, 2 tree binders, and as you can see, they're gaining 1 magicka every single time that they played one. Now they got a Fighters Guild recruit. Generally, the more magicka card, the more powerful the effect, but sometimes the effect of 2 low cost cards synergy is more powerful than 1 high cost card. Basically, that's what it's saying. That's why our Cloud Rest Illusionist is highlighted green. And looking at the Cloud Rest Illusionist, a creature gets -4, -0 this turn. So it takes down their attack power by 4. So we want to use it on the Fighters Guild recruit and everything like that, because remember in the one that we learned about the charge lethal with the Tutorial Viper, it has to receive damage, right? And if it has no power, our village giant can't receive damage, so it doesn't die. I like that they show it this way as well too, as my card goes a little crazy. Now we want to play out the Hive Defender. Again, that is way more powerful than playing just out 1 belligerent giant. Or, belligerent giant there. Playing 2 cards, gaining more power on the board technically. Because, like, now we have 15 power. Okay. Now we have another Iron Nature Knock in our way. This is not cool. So, this is where ordering matters. We want to play our village giant from hand, because we want to see what draw we get. You're crossing your fingers or crossing your toes. You're hoping for the best in this situation. And since we are yellow, there are certain cards in yellow that can really help us. So we're going to play out the village giant and hope for the best. And we got super lucky with a Marak. Alright, so instead, but in order to have enough magicka to play Marak, you must save the ring of magicka for the next turn. Now tap to end the turn, because we don't want to ring out and play our Kavach Soldier. There's no point. So we want to end the turn and hope for the best. This is what you're hoping for. You're hoping that the person didn't get anything else to kill you basically this turn, but they had to go through 3 guards as well too, technically. So now we want to use our last ring charge for Marak. And Marak is a summon card where it steals an enemy creature. So you get to pick what enemy creature that you want to steal. And we want to take our Iron Nature Knock. And we want to push face. And there we go. Got lethal with that. But yeah, that is the modes. Like I said, you get 20 soul gems per and 100 gold at the end. Can't stress that enough. It's very, like I said, it's just something small. It's a novice mode anyway, so again, I wasn't really expecting too much of a reward from it, but it's nice to see that it's there. I liked this whole 5 little games and stuff like that, because it really stressed the importance on controlling the board. And I even said that at the beginning. I kind of figured I would say it again here as well too. The importance of board control is very, very huge in this game, because I feel like if you can control the board more so with some favorable trades sometimes, you're going to win more matches than not at the end of the day. You really truly are. So I like how I really do like how they stressed that importance in every single mode. Every single mode we were trading cards and we're getting value from cards and stuff. So I can only hope that they do expand on this and they teach us other things for new players, because this game has so much in it. This is unlike any other collectible card game out there right now, with the strategy that is involved in this. And they've done they have a good footing, and they have a good going forward of what else they can do with this thing and everything like that. So, and I hope as time goes on with this, with each mode that they put out, hopefully it gets a little bit tougher and a little bit more puzzle-ish like and everything like that, to where we may not have tips eventually, like you have to solve it yourself kind of deal thing. I kind of like that idea, like towards an advanced mode and stuff. That's what I would personally like to see, but it's up to them and how they want to do it at the end of the day. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you as always. And until next time, hopefully your adventures are always satisfying.